Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, been a lot going on, got a few things to look at, a couple of new surprises and additions. Stay tuned, got a lot of stuff to talk about and some troubleshooting to do on this Halloween. Alright, had a little technical difficulties that was spooky with my phone. Just decided to reset. So we have this disconnected now. Let's start a game and see what happens here. If I just do that. I should have probably reset it here. See, it's starting weird stuff now. Now it's going to he came home. Hang on a minute.
He's gone from here. The evil is gone. This is the night he came home. Quickly!
Yeah, that was me. So let's shut this off. Let's see what's going on. Get this glass popped off and be right back with you. All right, so we got this hood lifted on this game now. Turn on some light here. And this is what I'm going to be looking at. It's going to be this servo right here. Okay, now I probably got to readjust this and put that down at the bottom. We're going to go through a few things for that. And I guess the one we're going to start, and I do have three. If I need to replace the one on the other side, then I can as well. But I am going to start working with this one. It looks like it's pretty much 4 nuts to come off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, unplug, plug back in, and then make sure it's lined up and setting the teeth in here. So, haven't done it before. Guess we'll figure it out together. But first things first, I'm going to come back since I moved this previously. I'm going to come back and rehome this to make sure it is setting to where it needs to be set. So we're going to go down there and find the bottom on it for just a moment. I got it rebooting now since it was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. But I heard the 3 Michaels go. All right, I think that's got us. All right, let me set this play field down real quick. Got that hook back up. We're going to rehome this here and get it ready to start working on. Be right back. All right, get up here where you actually see the screen a little bit there. Sorry. Oop, jumpy. You sure see the screen. We'll go back and go to the home setting on that. So go in here to our settings. Servo test. Okay, so we're going to go to the right subway. Get the millimeter test, right subway up. I'm going to need this first. There's down. There's up for the left. Try this right one again. Nothing. Let me double check. Make sure I've got it the right way. There we go. Helps you flip the servo switch around the right direction. All right, so where we at? Right subway up. Let me check it here. Let me pull off my guy, Dr. Loomis, so I can kind of see. All right, so right subway up. Up, right subway. Left subway. Right subway down. Ooh, okay. So, I need to take this out and readjust that bad boy. Now, I'm not going to sit there and tell you this is the proper way, but this is the way I've been doing it. I hope it's the right way, and it's worked for me. I've done it before because I've reset this thing a few times now. First things first, unhook it. You never want to turn that thing while it's on. Well, let me try something one more time real quick. I'm talking to you guys and got to set off. Let me see. There's up. Okay, so up isn't up enough and down this is down too far. Okay. So, like I said, let me undo this here. And I'm going to let that roll down, bring it out. I'm going to come up to about right here. I'll tell you what I am going to do first. Where I set that, easiest thing to do, let's go over here to the left subway up, or left subway down. Oh, sorry. Make sure you can see both of them here. Oh, back you up there. So, yeah, crap. It's hard to do both everything. So, what you got right there, there's going to be your left subway. So I'm going to go down on it, right? All right, so that tells me when that's all the way down, this is pretty much perpendicular. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to do the same thing over here with this one. I'm going to turn this. Push this up. Sorry, get it clear. I can push this up into 6. 1, 2, 3 on this side. So I'm going to match those kind of threads. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's right on it. And I'm going to bring that gear back in and bring contact with it. There we go. That's where I want it. Bring it, make contact with it. Yep. Check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll make it sure it's there. So, okay. Now, hook it back up. I'm doing all this just to get it to where it's honed. So I'm going to go to the right subway now. Up. Well, I probably flipped it the wrong way again. Do it back around. There we go. So right subway up. Yeah, my clearance is there. Let me see how that is compared. I'm going to go right subway down. Let me check it up on top here. Let me check my left subway up. Whenever it's up high, it comes up. Okay, yeah, it gets come down a little bit more. 4, 5, 6. Got that down. About right. Okay. I'm trying to get that perpendicular with the playfield here too at the top of that gear. And you can see it like the one where we're touching right now is the top of this one. Of course, just flipped over for this side here. So I'm trying to get that perpendicular with the playfield here, just to make sure that's lined up there, and making sure it's not raising too high or coming down too low. So try this up again. Yep, that's not going to be high enough. So let me mess with this a little bit, and once I get that lined up, we'll come back to it. Just takes a few minutes moving this back and forth and finding that right spot since I knocked it out of place. Be back with you guys in a few. I think about got it now. I actually just got it right after I shut that off. So let me go back to the down now. Try this one more time. Put that down. 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a little bit shorter on this one. A little bit different. We got good clearance for it to roll over up here on top as well, so you got to check that out for the rollover flap. I'm going to go up one more time. Okay, it's good. It's not hitting. They're coming up out of the plastics. I'll kind of show what I'm talking about there, what I'm looking at as well when I'm doing it. If I can get you zoomed in without screwing you up. Okay. See this flap right here, this ball flap. It's usually hindered Dr. Loomis here on this side, but you'll see that's the flap that covers up that inlane lifter. So that's when it's up. So I want to make sure it didn't protrude up past this where it's going to make any contact with that. And then we're going to go to the down now. And then we want to make sure it's good and flat, so the ball can roll across it as it comes underneath. So now that I kind of got that marked, that's there, and I've got it home for the down position, I'm going to make a couple of marks here and just kind of see where we're at. But yeah, so there we are. That's where we're at. We can kind of see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that another one was 6, I believe. So let me go back over and put this one down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 6. Okay, so there we're at. So now we're doing that. Let me get you raise this playfield back up and see where we're at. I'll show you where we're at next. All right, so now we got that back. I'm going to shut the game off. I'm going to look back over here a little bit. You can see the position. I'm going to mark some stuff here on the back side just so I kind of know where that mark is. It's here, and I'm going to kind of mark this a little bit too so I know where that little mark is, to where we kind of reset it at when we set these teeth. So this is going to be interesting. We'll see what we do here. Figure this out together. Get some tools together here and get ready to mark these up. Be right back. All right, so first things first, we're going to see it. Going to make sure I disconnect this one. That's disconnected. That's there. And then I'm going to go ahead and clip this one wire tie that's up here on my wire. I think that's already been replaced. I don't know if you can see it. Clip this one wire tie just so I can get this out, and then we'll come back to taking this off. Be right back. All right, I'm back. Got that cut off. I'm going to mark this real quick so I kind of knew where the center was on this. It was there. That there on that side. See if we're going over the alignment with this or not either, but I'm going to make a couple of marks along this servo as well. Don't know if I need those or not, but some people might not do that, but I'm going to. All right, so we're going to take these out now. First, we'll take this out. Right, yep. Okay. Just wondering if anything else over here is going to pop out, or if I should pull off this whole assembly. We can do it from here. Get my tray. Sorry, I'm taking all those 4 out. Probably need to see all these, but we're almost there anyway. We're going to arrive to the same position as I am. First, let me roll this back. What you think? Yeah. Yeah. Slide that down. Take this last one out here. We're gonna see what happens. And then we can roll it back here to where it was at. All right. All right. So this is where we're at now. That was in the way. I'll back that up. So got that all taken apart, and we got this coming in here, and that's going up into the lane. So I'm going to go ahead. I guess I'm going to pull this off. I'm hoping nothing's going to fall off underneath here. Trying to see that little gear, if it's attached, how it comes together. Let's take a moment here real quick. Let's pause. Let me pull out the new one and take a look at it. So just got these out. This is a FT5320M with all your specs that are on there. These are the ones that came directly from Spooky. I did order the micro ones on Amazon, and they were a lot cheaper off Amazon. So I'm sure you can probably find this exact one on Amazon. Some Chinese parts, obviously. That way you kind of see what all's there in case you want to look for it or order that part separately. So there it is, box, and you can see it looks just like the one that's on there. Same wiring, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Same connector, all that's the same on it. So that's what I want to look at. Okay, we have the teeth, the gear that's there. There's your number again as well. 4 spots, and it's mounted in like so. Do believe in this direction. There it is. So, all right. Guess we'll go over and see what happens when I slide this out. Okay. Well, I'm way to find out. We'll see over there. All right. Oh, by the way, it does come with this bag full of connectors and some screws and different things for all kinds of different applications. I don't know if we'll need any of those here. I don't think so. Unless it's one of these other ones possibly. But we'll figure that out once we get the other one off. So, that came with those. And it also came with this little aluminum piece here as well, with the little screw that goes with it. Or that would tighten down around the shaft or something. Okay, not sure exactly. All right, let's see what happens when I work this bad boy around and work it off. Does it just slide out? What does it do? I'm not sure. How about you? Huh. So that slide out there. What the heck? Alright, so I can slide that down. No, that's not coming off. Let me see if it's got a screw in the middle of that or something. Be right back. All right, let's see if I can get it to focus here. So you'll know, because I did not. Like it does have Phillips head screw, looks like, right back in here at the head of the shaft. So I'm going to get at that and get that undone and see if that lets the motor and the gear come apart there. Be right back with you. All right, I got it off. That's all you had to do was get that Phillips screw out. It's hard to see in that finger to come in. Get that Phillips screw out of the head of the shaft on the servo there. Screw into there. Okay. And you can look at it. Look like it's had some wear and some rubbing on it over its time. It looks like that screw stays in though, so that's a good thing. So that screw is in there. So, because next thing we're going to try to do is put this back in, remate the motor with the gear here and with the new one and see if this will take care of our problems. Fingers crossed, hope that's it. If not, we'll continue searching. But if anything, worst comes to worst, at least we know how to do this gear now. So I'll meet you back over at the machine. All right, so let's take this, slide this back in with the servo gear facing the bottom of the playfield, if I can talk now. So kind of hold in with pressure for right now. It lines up pretty good, so that's good. It lines up fine, so no worries about that. I was worried about the having to line this up if it was causing any issues there. All right, so next is going to get this gear screwed on to this motor, and we know it was like that there. We're going to line those up, but we'll get this started first, then we'll get her lined up here. All right, where's the, there she goes. And taking my knees off with the cup holder in the other machine. That's always great. Those cup holders are so much fun. And you don't hold on to it, that's what happens. Wouldn't be my channel if I didn't drop something. So I'll tell you what we're going to do now. We'll change the plan real quick. You set that down. Let's go ahead and put this in and drop in a couple of these screws here. Just to hold it in place so that we don't have to worry about fighting that to you while we're getting that lined up and then dropping it, of course. There we go. There we go. Going to get a case of the drop seats now. All right. Let's get a couple of those in to kind of hold it in place. Move that up out of the way real quick. There we go. Get those in there nice and secure. Now that won't go anywhere when we try to screw that other one in. Now that won't go nowhere, hopefully. And we'll get this gear screwed back into this motor. All right, let's get it started. Put my finger over the top so we don't lose that screw at first. And I'm going to go around the other side here. Let it stay for just a moment for me, please, sir. Thank you. Starting to get in, get that started. So now line that back up at those marks I made. Then I'm going to tighten that up. Because I'm betting that being loose on that screw, I bet that can play hell with these fucking things. I mean, with these things, excuse my language. I'm going to finish tightening it up. I'm not going to make y'all sit there and watch me tighten it up because it's in a tight spot. So I'm going to tighten that up and be back with you guys in just a moment. And once again, just to show you before I go over, sorry for the shaky wakies, but just to show you, we are putting the screw in and taking the screw out. Sorry about that. We are putting the screw and taking the screw out of this right here in the side, in the top, right there in that section, that little hole. That's what we're working on. So I'll see you back in a few. All right, that's back in. That's where we're going to want to go once we get everything lined up to the bottom. All right. So with that, we're gonna get this lined up and move this out of the way real quick. I'll show you too real quick when I'm doing that, what's happening right there. In case you don't know. Let me get you out of loose here. Sorry. So you can see this gear that's here, right? When I'm moving it out so I can freewheel it. See, that's when it's making interference with the or engaging the gear. I move it out of that way in order to adjust this piece in and out to make sure that to get it lined up to where it drops the ball up on the top and comes back down out of the way as well, right? So high enough to drop the ball, and then low enough to come back out. So I'm gonna adjust on that, get that put back in again. Did that earlier, same type of deal with that. Be right back with you. All right, that one's there. Want to make sure the scoop is running downhill towards the drain. You look at the angle there on this. You can kind of see it there. Let's go down for the ball. So you want to make sure that it's set in there to where it's running. Of course, that's the only way it'll interfere with the gear as well. So if we go about right there. No, not quite. That right there. And that's got us where we were at the bottom. Okay. So there's that. Now we're going to hook this gear up real quick. To this one here. Can't remember which way it goes. To me or for me, but okay, we'll do that. Let's turn on the machine and we'll run some tests to see if this is running, see if it's running up and down, and then we'll secure this out of the way if that works like it's supposed to. In fact, we just took it up out of the way right now, and then we'll go from there. So be right back with you. Oh, almost got ahead of myself. 2 more screws. Let's put these in right quick. You don't have to be here for those. You see what we're doing. See you back in a minute. All right. Things back on. You gonna see? All right, let's try this again. So I'm going to go through this test. I'm going to see if this is raising up. Make sure it's staying below this plastic that's here so the ball can come through. And then make sure it's going down. And we'll see if we get that adjusted out. Check this motor out. Make sure I have it in the right direction, orientation. First things first is I haven't secured that other wire yet. I'm going to double check, make sure it's clear. Okay, it's clear. I'm going to go into the service menu now. Flowing through, you can use your servo test. That's what we want. All right, servo test. All right, let's go to the right subway up. It's in the down position now. All right, not to get anything, so let me flip this connection around. I got something. All right, sorry. Keep an eye on that for me and see how it does. Right subway up. Right subway down. Okay. So I'm out of line a little bit there. Let me work on that. That's what I was wondering. So that's what we're going to work on, getting this line back up. So let me see about lining that back up now. Be right back with you guys. All right, so my line up that I did up there was apparently was a terrible job. So let me unhook this again. There's no power to it, and we can readjust this now. So let me see. There we go. Okay. All right. That lined up where it's catching. Try it again now. Right subway up. Subway down. Up. And then have it in the right position. There we go. Smooth. It doesn't do it anyway. All right. It'll help if I keep those in the right orientation. Alright, so that's down. And when it's down, it's facing the whole bottom of the play field. Okay. Let's try this on one more again. One more again. Get up here and line that up with this here. Okay. Try that now. Hook this back up. Hope it's the right way. Bitch, every time. All right, so just got to work on that some more, and we'll see what we come back with. It'll take a little bit of time and effort here. Make sure see what I've done. Maybe I've done something wrong. We'll double check. All right, we're back. I just had to loosen up the screw here and turn the gear in. It was flipped the wrong direction. So I've done that. I got this line back up, so now we're going to check to see. Our line is on this to see if this is going to get it now. Back to where we was at. All right. Subway down. Let's do right subway up. Let's see what happens. All right. Looks like it's in good spot there. Let's go to the right subway down and see what happens. I think it's in good spot. I'm going to peek through here as well. Right through here to see where it's coming up and down at there. All right, now you can kind of see, because you just want that, where it comes up, that little edge of that lifter that you see right there, you want it to be just below that so the ball can drop into it. So I'm going to go back down again. I think it looks like it's lined up pretty good. I think that's got it. So that's in. So I'll tell you what we'll do now. Still got a couple things I have to come back and tighten up there, but let me move some of this stuff out of the way. Maybe drop a few balls in it and see if that fixed it or not. But I do want to reset it first. So I'm going to reset it. Back out of this. I'll power cycle it. And then we're going to drop some balls in it and see if that fixed this or not. Took a little bit of time, but did not know what I'm doing. I figured out I got a pretty good idea of what I'm doing now, so that's good. And of course I can always come back and do a recap as well. But let's see where we're at and let's hope that it works. See you in a few. All right, back with the balls in the game. And gonna be ready to hit start, and let's see how it acts. Let's see if that fixed everything, and see if it starts acting correctly. Fingers crossed this gets it all.
He killed his sister. Now he wants
right into the lifter. All right, ball's out like it's supposed to. Lifter stopped like it's supposed to. So far, so good. Only kicking out one ball. Oh. Put it back in there again. supposed to. Good, good, good.
Someone lit the jack-o'-lantern.
And I started mode here. Oh, that's trouble. So far, so good. Nice. Oh. Well, guys, gals, I think that's got it. I think that's got it.
Behind those dark eyes.
So far, so good. Exactly like it's supposed to. Drop to start a node. On the left one here, make sure that one works. All right. All right. I'm happy. I am happy. I'm glad that got it. I believe it's got it fixed. I don't want to curse myself. Yeah, I got one more ball, but that's better than it's been in a while. I saw how crazy it was doing earlier. It was doing all kinds of stuff.
You're not supposed to go up there. Yes, I am.
10 seconds. The thoughts of the end. 5 seconds left.
Only animal security.
All right. We'll just jump on another one of these modes. We'll just hit one. Poor Lord, he fell down the stairs. Escape the kitchen. Sanitarium mode.
Clear those targets.
All right. Well, I believe that's got it.
Slain yet another victim.
It wasn't a great game as far as gameplay, but it was a great game because nothing was screwed up and everything is working like it's supposed to. So, you saw what mine was doing earlier. You see where to start. And my understanding is you can do that with every servo, right? So if you have servos that are going out, you can unplug them. If it takes away the problems, then that tells you which servo it is. So that was this one here. Now that I know how to do it, I could probably do that job in, 30 minutes without rushing. Now that I know what's going on and how to go through it. But I hope this video helps you guys come out. And I'll try to do a little condensed version later, take out some of the other stuff and just cut down some of the stuff to get to the real steps that you have to take in order to be able to complete it. But so after the first introduction I wanted to give everybody to my Halloween machine, being a CE, being my first spooky game. But I tell you, we are really enjoying it. I've really enjoyed this title at being here at the house when it's been working. Like I said, just been a couple things going through, which I kind of expected with the price that I got, which was fantastic. And it being a routed game, I expected some, there'll be some things that's going to need to be worked on. It's going to need to be cleaned. Stuff is going to have to go through. So nothing out of the ordinary that I wasn't expecting. And I knew that there were several issues with this game. But that's okay. If it's no harder than that to take care of, I'm not worried about it too much, especially being able to find those. I think you can find them on Amazon now for like $12 for like 3 of them total. So at $4 a piece, that's no big deal. No big deal. But thanks for watching, everybody. I know it's been a while. No, I'm working on the game. Got dirt on my face. It's been a while, but I hope to start making some more videos for you guys and getting some more content out here. I've got some cool mods to put on this one already for this Halloween. There's a really cool one the wife got me for my birthday back in August. And then also, I've got another one down here that's new to line up. I've got it off on purpose, but it's A-OK tip-top shape refurb. We're going to go through with it. So, some more fun stuff to share with you guys. Arcade's really getting full now. Now everything's working except for C-Ray. So I got to get those figured out with the score reels. And EMs are not my thing, so I get some help from buddies with those. But as always, guys, thanks for watching. Keep on flipping. Hope it helps. And if you do, like and subscribe. Thank y'all.